The ultimate show of full body athletic power and prowess, as well as brute strength, is a well-developed set of glutes. But perhaps you cannot even feel your glutes. First and foremost, you need to actually work on them. Now, one way to get them to fire up immediately and kind of build this mind-muscle connection that you're looking for is with this little partial lower body segmental roll that you can see me doing here. If you reach back, as you saw me doing at the beginning of the video, you can actually make contact with the glutes and feel that they are working so that you know that they're working and know what to look for. Now, I highly recommend learning how to do the hip bridge and then the hip thrust. It is an excellent way to build your glutes. Now, here's how you do it. I'm just going to give you a very brief tutorial before I show you some more advanced options. You're going to put your hands on your thighs. Now, the reason you're going to do this is because what you don't want to do is to go too low or too high. So you put your hands straight out like this, and if you exceed it, what ends up happening is that your hands and your forearms will leave your thighs. So that means you're using your low back. The other thing is that if you sit a lot, you might just not completely lock out the glutes. Also not good. You want to get it to the point where your forearms can touch your pockets, and that's about as far as you're going to need to go. So this first variation that you see me doing here, this is just the simple hip bridge. We're going to do this for repetitions, anywhere from 10 to 20, whatever you feel is good or right for you. It's probably a good way to start. You don't need to lift your toes up, as you can see me doing here, but I do find that it makes it a little bit easier to get that sensation of pushing through the heels, which is very important for reasons that are not germane to this video, okay? So very short range of motion, but very effective for building up the glutes, both in terms of strength as well as muscularity. Next step would be doing it on just one leg. Now you might find that this is a step too far, so you feel free to do the previous variation for a couple more extra sets of, let's say, 15, 20, 25 reps. Eventually, this will become a little bit easier. But you want to make sure that you do both sides more or less evenly, unless you have a noticeable strength disparity between the sides, and in which case you might want to spend a little bit more time on one side rather than the other. Now, eventually, you're probably going to want to increase the range of motion. If you do this, see where I'm pointing at here on my back, you want to try to find some sort of a sturdy elevation like a couch or an exercise bench or something like that. And you're simply going to do the exact same movement. And you are going to find that you also get a little bit of extra muscle activation out of the thighs and maybe a few other areas. You don't want to feel it too much in the thighs. So if your heels are too close to your butt, that's likely to happen. And once you've done that, the next thing is going to be to simply, again, go to one leg. Again, do both legs more or less evenly unless you have a strength imbalance that you need to even out. But I think what you're going to find is that this is a really great way to, once again, make contact with your glutes and unlock some of the strength that you have locked away, both in your lower and upper body. Give it a shot. Let me know how you like it. And as always, have fun and happy training.